Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully third time's going to be a charm for me. This is my third attempt at a late model open series race for week 10 here, and unfortunately I've had terrible luck. Some self-inflicted, some not of my doing in the first few races. Could not really get you guys anything good to see, so this is going to be my last attempt and we'll see what happens with it. So gonna go out for qualifying. Smaller field, only 11 cars. We are car number 5. Hoping maybe it'll be a little bit cleaner, although I think it's a bit more of a split between iRatings in this, so not sure if that's going to lead to problems, but for whatever reason, this combination this week has just been giving me fits in terms of trying to get clean runs in without people causing issues, so we'll just see what we can do, but gonna try to qualify as close to the front as I possibly can. Some pretty good games in here, even though I think the strength of field overall is going to be pretty low. And I'm going to try to do what I can to get way loose there off of turn 3 or turn 4. So that's going to kill the run and get loose into 1. Yeah, we're just going to go finish lap. It's going to be a 5th place effort, looks like. I mean, that's where I'm supposed to qualify, but it's felt like I had a ton more speed in the car than a 993. So setup will be available, description or link in the description box. Anybody wants to pick it up to run the rest of the week. I've lost so much iRating and safety rating out of this week so far. I think I've done like 2.0 something in safety rating, and I've lost like, I don't even know, 140 some, 150 something iRating just in the couple races I've tried to do in this. It's not been good. So, yeah.
So wait, this car isn't a fixed setup? Like this is like a mixture? Like you can build your setup in this?
Sorry, didn't realize people jumped into this without knowing this was an open one.
Yeah, this is open setup series.
Yeah, so
Yeah, like Carl said.
I'm gonna switch over to race. It's gonna be just really. I just want to try to survive this as best as I can. Obviously, would love to finish better than 5th place if I can, but if I can bring it home clean in 5th place, I'll be fine with that. Honestly, part of me even wants like if I'm gonna be a lot more conservative. My biggest issue has been trying to work around lap traffic. People have just been crazy unpredictable. I'm gonna give even more room. I was giving like lanes, a lane when I was trying to go by somebody. I'm gonna be giving even more than that in this one. And passes, I'm gonna be a lot more conservative on how close I get to somebody trying to get around them as well. So just I mean, it may hurt me, individually in this race. I think it's gonna get me back in the direction I want to go. And hopefully, if I can, maybe squeak out a third or fourth place finish, I'll even get a little bit more in the way of iRating back, and maybe by the end of the week, be able to be back to where I was prior to attempting these. So just gonna do the best that I can, and see what I can get. Hopefully, get you guys something. Like I said, I think the setup's got a lot more speed in it. I'm finding that where my issue was before, I was driving too deep into corners. I think this week I've actually transitioned to not driving in deep enough. So I think setup's even got some more pace if you get it and you tend to drive it in a little bit deeper. So just see what we can do. For some reason, it doesn't look like paint scheme's downloaded. I don't know. Oh, looks like they did. Okay. So yeah, get gridded up behind the. That's the 2 car. I love all black or all white cars. Somewhat of a joke there. It's really hard to call people when they're all black or all white. So gonna pull up session best lap. We will get tires unchecked and fuel unchecked once we get rolling, and get some heat in the brakes as well under the pace laps. 40 laps. It's a little bit shorter than the last time the late model series ran here. Last time was 50 laps. I guess knowing how the race has gone, I would prefer like 15 laps. Seems to be, how things have been hitting, but no. It's 40 is probably a bit short, but like I said, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this track. It drives a little different than short tracks, other short tracks, so like you can make the outside line work a lot better here than you can at other tracks, but it still just feels so hard to pass unless there's a big disparity in speed. And it's just, I don't know. I get the nostalgic side, and now it's technically realistic because they're going to be doing the pavement short track racing in the month of August at North Wilkesboro. So I get it. It's just one that, I haven't mastered as well and haven't enjoyed the racing quite as much. Maybe it's been some of the series, Hardcore was just survival of the fittest. And
P5. The track
when I've
time
run
is
SK
81.
modifieds
The
here,
XM
it's not
is
been very
80
fun. But
Fahrenheit.
make the most of it. Try to enjoy this one. Hopefully, try to find some improvement from starting position and make the most of what seems to be a pretty small field overall.
Follow Paul in the inside lane.
Let's try to see if I can follow the 2-car up through. Would expect the 4 and the 6 to have some decent pace potentially on the outside. Take a look at qualifying paces. 6 was a good bit off. It's about a tenth and a half off almost. So maybe we can get away from the 6. The 4, honestly, like I feel like I really was closer to like an 8.3 range, 8.4 range, something like that, and the second lap probably would have been a lot quicker. So I could be faster than the 4. It's like I said, the outside line here stands a much better chance than the inside line. So, well, I mean the inside line still could be preferred, but outside stands a much better chance. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but especially with me, again trying to be a little more conservative, but gonna do the best that I can and see if I can come out on the other side clean and gaining some progress back. Gotta keep forgetting about how much iRating or safety rating I lose and just look at where I'm at, at the start of the race and where I finish at and only focus on those games. But we're off and rolling. Didn't quite time that start well enough. Able to get in front of the 6. We'll see what he decides to do. 4, I was never close enough to be able to contend with him, so just gonna sit here and kind of sort it out. If I can keep myself in 5th place to start, I'll be happy with that. See if the 6 is going to try to challenge. Looks like the 4 thought he was trying to challenge underneath the 1, but we let him go. I think it's one of those that some of those guys realize pace differences and where it's beneficial, as well as they feel like if the 1's a little bit faster to get inside of the 2, then the 4 can follow the 1 in behind and freight train the 2. Get a little loose there into turn 3, had to back off of it in the center of the corner, allowed the 6 to close up, allowed the 4 to roll away. 6 going to dive to the inside. You can see I got on throttle a little too early, got a little loose out of 2, but you can see the momentum I could carry off the corner compared to the 6, where, like I said, that outside line kind of does have its benefits. I get way loose off of turn 4. It's going to give the 6 the run, we're just going to stay low.
P5. Outside line's clear.
My tires are hot, I'm all over the place now. Just trying to save the car at this point. We're going to the back. Yeah, that was not fun. Not fun at all.
You got one right side.
2 and 3 have an incident, so that'll pick up a couple spots that I lost there.
Right side.
I'll have to check out and see what happened.
P4.
Just got to reset. Got the tires hot, drove like terrible. See if the 3's even got the pace to get back. He's going to be driving pretty angry, I'm sure. Same thing with the 2. We'll see if they've got the pace to get back by us and put us back to 6th place. Really don't want to finish in 6th if I can avoid it, but just going to do what I can. Be pretty angry if the 3's going to be that much faster, considering he's got the front end damage, but late models can handle a bit of damage at times.
Keep it steady, still there. Still there.
Just going to battle on the outside as best as I can.
That was a 19.31. Still there.
See if I can kind of work them enough till tires get heated up. Just gonna keep working the inside on me. I think eventually I'll probably get the bumper put to me, or we'll be able to pull away, or I'll do something stupid, kind of like getting loose into the corner. Check the gap to the 6 coming across the line, although running side by side is not helping me. 2.0 at the line to the 6. We'll see if even in the side-by-side battle, if we can actually gain on the 6. Keep running this high line just because the 3 keeps looking to the inside and the 2's coming up now, so it's going to add an interesting dynamic to things. Oh, 6 sends it in. Kind of gets loose off the 2.
Time was 19.37.
Watching out for that.
You got one on the inside. Still there.
Just gonna continue
Clear
to try to
left.
battle on the outside as best as I can.
You've just done a 19.42.
I think the two's gonna try to back the corner entry up, get a little better run off the corner, and try to get by.
Got one inside. Still there.
Just gonna do the best I can to run this outside line.
Still there.
Three's pulling away.
One car inside.
Just trying to do what I can to battle.
Car low.
Nothing else. I'm gonna give you guys a
Car
interesting
inside.
battle for a little while at least.
He's still there. He's still there. He's still there.
You've just done a 19.3.
There on the inside.
Probably would be better long run to just let the 2x fall in behind him and then both of us could continue to
clear.
catch the 6, but
Inside
I don't
line, you got
know.
one.
give you guys something interesting to watch for a little while and try to work this outside line.
Still there.
Never really ran it too much in practice, so this is kind of a bit of a learning experience in terms of what the car is going to do and where to put it, but
Lap time was at 19.
it's not responding too bad to the outside.
Hold your line. Clear inside. Stay high. Still there.
Running at about a lane and a half up off the corners. You can see the twos making progress on me though.
He's still there.
Smart, and he gets into me. Then I get tagged going around. Alright,
You
that's
just can't hit nobody. Like, you just hit everybody you pass. Don't you?
that's how this
Fucking
week's
clown.
been. We're going to the back. Let's just try to keep it from meatball, hopefully. Not gonna say anything. It's not worth it. Well, I tried to give you guys a battle, and unfortunately, I got the wrong end of it again. Back to 8th. We're gonna lose iRating, safety rating.
The gap's now 2.1.
Probably should just come into pit road and grab the fast repair because this car is definitely slow. Tried to do my best to save it, it just wasn't happening. Yeah, car's way off the pace. I have motor issues, I can tell you that much. Oh, we're gonna end up needing to use the fast repair at some point. Probably just gonna bite the bullet and come in next time because I can feel the motor starting to go. Super frustrating. We'll grab the fast repair, get back out. Continue going through. Is what it is, I guess. Let's try to get out of the way. Get on the pit road as cleanly as possible to stay out of everybody's way.
Pit lane speed limit is 35.
Not been my week in this series, like I said.
4,
You know, made a couple mistakes, but
3,
had the pace to run a
2,
little better.
1. Box
Fortunately,
now.
the two just decided that, you know, he was tired of battling me and he wanted to take that away.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him.
Car should be a lot better now that we got that fast repair. Fortunately, we're down a lap, but, you know, only so much I could do. Can already see an RPM difference in the straightaways, and I'm not even up to full speed yet. So, just kind of glorified test session now.
E9. Okay, Jake.
Gotta try to run as many clean laps as I can to minimize that 4x. That's still gonna, you know, I'm gonna be well under 2.0. I won't be. If I don't get the 0.4 bump, I'll be really happy with that. I'm guessing I'll probably be somewhere in the 1.5 or 1.6 range now. It's just frustrating because, again, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. Maybe I turned down on him, but it seemed like he just didn't make the corner and went up into me. So, you know, we'll take a look at it and see. If it was a racing deal, it could have been netcode. I know I've had a few issues with netcode lately. That seems like netcode's getting a little worse again. Appreciate if he would say sorry, but you know, I get some guys that are on chat, or you know, maybe he'll look at it afterwards and send something. It's frustrating that, you know, the only way guys get by somebody anymore sometimes is contact, which that's short track racing, but it's lack of respect anymore.
You're reeling this car in. The gap's now 14 seconds.
Don't think I'll be fast enough to make up 14 seconds and get to 8th, but hey, I'm gonna keep digging in case anybody else has problems. As you can see, technically 8th place is bottom on the relative screen. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe I can make up some time, although it was not a very good corner. You don't really want to mess with the 7 because he's, you know, in a battle for position even though they're half a straightaway away. But I don't know, it's kind of a tricky spot to be in. Just working my way around. Probably gonna have 14 to go. Leader's coming up behind, so we'll likely end up 2 laps down before the end of this.
Gaining on this guy. The gap's now.
On your right. He's still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear outside.
It'll clear the 7. I think he also did the reasonable thing to just kind of recognize that I was faster and let me go. Rather than try to fight. Like, if he would have been really close to the 9, I certainly would have laid back and let them have their battle.
That lap was at 19.59.
But just working laps now to build up as many clean corners as I can and try to minimize the impact of that 4X.
19.41.
I know I say that in a lot of races, it's just
12 seconds.
when I'm this far back and I'm not really racing for anything, it gives me some sort of, you know, positive motivation. Feel bad that I'm not gonna have the results to show you guys what I think the setup's capable. It's been a ton of bad luck. I feel like half the times at restrictor, you know, super speedway races, I don't have this much bad luck. This has just been
He's still
brutal.
there. Clear up high.
Let's take a look. Sounds like the 3 might have gotten hit by the 2 as well. We'll take a look at that afterwards and see their contact, what happened, and then look at what happened between the 2 and I. Could have been a fun week, should have been a fun week, just not quite what it needed to be.
19.49.
Not quite what it needed to be, unfortunately.
The gap in front is now 11 seconds.
Got the 1 by as soon as he gets up to us.
That last lap was at 19.47.
Wanted to get you guys a clean late model race. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it was in the cards. We're definitely catching the 11 who's in 8th, but unfortunately, being 9 seconds back, I don't think there's going to be quite enough time. Like, there's only like 4 laps to go when the leader crosses the line, so we're catching them, but not quite that fast. But you never know, I guess. The 2 could drive through somebody else and there could be another spin, so.
The gap in front is now 8.8 seconds.
Get the 1 by this time going into 1. Go ahead and take it low and then 1, Devin.
Top lap coming up on the inside.
Thank you.
Still there. Keep it steady, still there. Inside's clear.
No reason to hold the 1 up. Trying to keep on everybody's good side as much as I possibly can.
2 to go.
Especially when I'm, you know, at least 2 laps down, if not 3 laps down now. Yeah, we're gonna be 2 laps down.
White flag, last lap.
Well, this last lap's gonna wrap up my books for late model open. I've had enough torture for this week.
The gap in front is now.
Hopefully if you guys decide to run it, you get a better race than I have gotten, and hopefully you stuck around long enough to see that, at least.
Good win, Carl.
E9. That's it. We're done.
Thanks, Mario.
We'll jump out and take a look and see what happened. Let's pull up the chase. Pull up lap 1, and we'll just look at everything that happened. So the 4 is going to get the wall just barely out of 2. Here's what's going to happen between the 2 and the 3. Yeah, the 2 just drove into the back of the 3. That's clearly what that looks like. And this was for the lead. Wow, that's even worse. So he just, I mean, it's a bit of netcode, but he probably wasn't getting stopped to get him. And just gets him and sends him around and then gives him a little extra shot. I mean, he was staying behind him, let him out of the position, I guess, which is respectful, but, you know, obviously wasn't a great thing, so. 7 gets the outside wall. 7's going to get the wall again. I don't know what it's doing there. Alright, 3 got loose. Tags the wall out of 4. Alright, I guess let's look at this. Maybe I turned down a little more than I thought. Okay, so this is where it's going to get interesting. I'm expecting the 2 to actually, like... So it's going to be a bit on me for cutting down on him. I expected the 2 to actually be turning in a little bit sooner. Let's look at it from the 2's perspective, because... Now I guess I can understand why he didn't say anything, even though... I don't know. I get it, but... The 2, everybody had kind of been... I mean, he takes the line. He's got the preferred line, and he has it. I would not have expected him to run a full lane up, honestly. And we came down into him, but I don't know. I don't honestly. I think he was intending to take my line away and force me even higher, because if we rewind this, he had been a lot earlier into 1 than that. So I think he had every intention. Like, if you see where he's turning, he had dove in a lot earlier than that lap. So I think that was a calculated move to take my line away, which he's perfectly fine with doing. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the same line that he had been taking for the past few laps. And when he just all of a sudden doesn't turn it in, I mean, I know I come across his door, but I don't know. I put it all on me, I guess. I'll have to take the blame for it, but I don't know how I was supposed to expect him to stay an entire lane up to the lane and a half up from where he had been previous laps. I guess that's my fault for trying to race a little closer than I should have. I probably should be backing off that margin of error even more so that I can, or backing off where I go even more so I can create more margin of error. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do different there, in hindsight, but I tried to save it, and, it snapped back around, and unfortunately, because I was on the brakes at 3 just had nowhere to go, and he got me in the back end and sent me around, so wasn't much else I could really do there, and then the car was, pretty hurt at that point, so, yeah, go take a look at the results and see. I mean, you can leave your feedback. Like I said, realistically, yes, I need to take all the blame for it. It just, I don't know. I did not expect for him to change his lane that much going into turn 1. So, 2 split race, 24.74 strength field. So actually a little bit stronger than I expected. Somehow managed to actually gain 0.04 in safety rating. So I was wrong. We were a little bit higher than what I said, but unfortunately lost 55 in I rating. So back down to just under 2,700. When at one point I was like almost 2,900. So frustrating. Yeah, didn't feel like I got to click off very fast laps because I was running the outside almost the entire time. So, it just, yeah, frustrating. Real frustrating race, but is what it is. You're gonna get bad breaks. Stuff's gonna happen. So, you just take it and move on. Try to learn from it. So, feel free to leave your feedback. I apologize that was not better. I wish I could have gotten you guys a little more competitive, but at least you got to see some side-by-side battles with a few cars for a little while. So, feel free to leave your feedback, and if not, hopefully I'll get you guys some better races soon. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.